much. So diving into XRP right now then, what you've got on the cards, which is against XRP at the moment, is the Bitcoin correction that we're going through. Okay, we are anticipating a further downside for Bitcoin, and it's carrying out that correction, I think, and I do anticipate that it is going to come down there, to be honest with you. As you can see just here, we outlined this correction many moons ago when Bitcoin broke out of this rising wedge right here. We made that video where potentially you're going to see Bitcoin correct and come down to this particular level here. So it's going to carry out a 26% correction basically. Once it comes down there and resets some of those levels, I do suspect that it's going to get supported off the weekly 20 EMA there as well, and I am anticipating that for XRP as well, to be honest with you, if you do see that larger correction, because if this plays out, and it is playing out so far, you can't ignore the fact, because the pattern that's in play is valid until invalidated away, and the only way that this particular pattern on Bitcoin can be invalidated is obviously if it comes back up into this box here, this support line, breaks it and sort of marches on. And I can't really see that for Bitcoin at the moment. It's just going through this process of this correction and coming back down. So you can see for Bitcoin right now, it is basically forming a new bear pennant, and we do have a breakdown target out of that. So if you do see Bitcoin start to fall out of that, in itself you've got a nice little short opportunity of around 10% there for Bitcoin, and that would actually contribute towards the downside to most of the alts as well. Okay, always going to be truthful with you. So right now you can see that if XRP loses this particular level of support right now, okay, if it starts to break down anymore and loses 0.92, do anticipate that you will come down to this key level here, and I've dropped this line in here for you right now at 65 cents, and I would expect XRP to get a massive bounce there, to be honest with you. And I think that, you know, that would be one hell of an opportunity for anyone that's not involved in XRP, because where that is at the moment, anyway, at the moment, that is the yellow line on a weekly time frame, which, as I've outlined to you so many times, XRP in a bull market, it needs to come back to test, because look at this, look, goes up from your bullish cross, comes up, back test it, back test it, back test it. You can see it's got overextended, rolling over, finding key level support, which it's bounced off the weekly golden ratio, you remember, at 92, got that bounce. But if it loses that, your next key level of support is 0.65, and that is the yellow line. And honestly, I would like to see that, to be honest with you. I would like to see that, because I think that that'd be a fantastic opportunity for that consolidation event that we're looking for. And that's just confirmation that you're getting this ABC correction there for XRP. And it's going through that ABC correction, that wave 2 correction, confidence of the fact that we're going to get that big wave 3 taking us up to those high levels there. So it's all good. I want to reassure you, it is all good. So if you do see XRP breaking down and you're worried and you're thinking what's going on, then obviously that's why. Okay, so I'm outlining the reason why. But you've also got another pattern that could emerge here. Okay, and I'm always going to tell you, you've got another pattern that could emerge here for XRP to save its ass and see it pick up and continue. But like I said to you, you can't ignore the fact that Bitcoin's correcting, and that just contributes to everything correcting as well, because you could start to form this sort of pattern here for XRP, this sort of double bottom type pattern, W double bottom, because if you was to break this key level of resistance right now at $1.15, you know, there is a particularly nice trade that you could execute on XRP, something like that. Okay, and that would be a fantastic trade, because what it does when it falls down, previous support becomes resistance. This was a support just here. Do you see that? When you've lost it, you've bounced on this support line here, which is a golden ratio on the weekly. You've started to come back up and you're hitting your head on it. You can't get above it. Do you see that? So it's acting as a key level of resistance, and it's just pushing you down. So you're coming down to test another key level of support, potentially this again. If you bounce there, look for a nice opportunity to come back up, creating a double W bottom. And if you break this here, if it's $1.15, you got a lovely little long opportunity there of 19% on XRP. So that's basically XRP. Two things. Okay, you can't afford to lose that, because if you lose that key level of support, you're going down, and it's going down to test that, which is the yellow line on the weekly time frame, which is down there at 0.65. Okay, so all honesty at all times. So that in itself is a nice little short trade down there of around 28% for XRP. If it does lose 0.92, if you start to see XRP come down and it starts to lose 0.92, then do think about opening a short opportunity down to that particular level there, because I do think that is the correction over, and I do think that that's ABC correction done, and then for continuation you'll start seeing XRP pick up and march on that wave 3 there, okay, of Elliott wave theory that we've been anticipating. So far so good. It's all playing out to a T. We've got the bearish cross, which is contributing to the downtrend. You see this? So until XRP can sort of bottom out a bit and get some of those levels reset, because I would imagine if we look on the daily time frame here and bring up the RSI, and the MACD, look at the MACD there, the bearish cross, you can see the histograms can continue. Do you see that? So that histogram, it looks like it's got a bit more life in it, contributing towards a downtrend. The line on the blue line there is pointing downwards, the orange line is pointing downwards. You could potentially see more downside, and I do think that that's what could push you down to this low and then potentially push you into the floor, basically. To test that weekly 20 EMA, the yellow line, which I've shown you, it tests it so many times in the bull run. So, and the RSI, look at this as well, the RSI is coming down and down and down, and look what happens when it gets in the floor. Okay, this is basically overbought, and when it comes down it becomes something called oversold. Look at what happens when it gets right down there. It picks up and reverses, which is our wave ABC correction carried out for continuation on a wave 3. So with that said, I'm not going to lie to you, it looks geared up to come down, in my opinion. Not financial advice. It looks geared up. If it fails to keep breaking this key level of resistance at $1.15, do anticipate it's going to come down. Not necessarily as far as that, because obviously the weekly time frame, that yellow line creeps up and creeps up and creeps up, and the support of it gets higher and higher and higher and higher. Do you see that? So let me just go back into it. So on the weekly, just here, you can see this yellow line creeps up. As the price goes up, it creeps up, and as the price comes down, it curls around, okay? And when you get support off it, you're golden for continuation. So that's XRP. Do anticipate if you do lose that key level of support at 0.92, that you will come down more, and that is potentially where you could come down to. Okay, you could come down to that yellow line, and like I said to you, that will change. That will change because it's going to creep up, obviously, as time moves on. Look at that, it starts to creep up over the next couple of weeks and stuff. It creeps up as XRP continues to correct and carry out that ABC correction there off that wave 2 pullback. So that's XRP. Hopefully, it doesn't come to that, but I am anticipating it, to be honest with you. I am always going to be truthful with you, that if it doesn't lose this key level support and hovers around it, because you're going to get caught between a rock and a hard place like this, and by that time, it doesn't fall through that particular key level of support, you're going to get the yellow line come up, you're going to hit that consolidation event, you're going to get that retest off the yellow line, the weekly 20 EMA, and there, boom, off we go on that wave 3 for XRP. So trade safe, stay strong, stay healthy, and also, most importantly, stay tuned, and I will always keep you updated with XRP. So I've given you a couple of trades on the 4-hourly there, haven't I, where you could jump in and out. So just tidy this up. So like I said to you, the key level of support, if you lose that, do anticipate you're going to come down. If you hold it and you come back up and you start to break that, you've got a lovely little long opportunity there for XRP, okay, up there of